listening to the Outer Banks This Week podcast, a place for people to hear what's going on up and down the beach and get the truth about what really goes on around the Outer Banks. So, here we go.
All right. Thank you so much, Lexi. Outer Banks This Week podcast. This is episode 2623. So in case somebody wonders, what does the 26.23 mean? So this is the year 2026, and this is the 23rd episode of the year 2026, just to break that down in case you were wondering. So episode 2623, and it's all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio and online at kellysobxauto.com. Cars, trucks, SUVs, greenhouses, sheds. All around, got all the things. Okay, I've got a car from Kelly. I've got a shed from Kelly, and I'm willing to bet that the next time I'm in the market for a vehicle, I'm going to go see Kelly. Hashtag call Kelly. Simple as that. Check him out online at kellysobxauto.com. And of course, powering this vessel, got to have the power, and that is Outer Banks Pest Control power, baby. Oh, yeah. Woo! I'm telling you right now, for all the varmints, the creepy crawlies, the critters, bugs, rodents, whatever the case may be, Outer Banks Pest Control can handle it for you. Again, online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com, okay? I love Jessie over there at Outer Banks Pest Control. She is a sweetheart of a person, but as I've told you before, she's one of the kindest, sweetest people you ever meet. But she's tough on them critters. Again, online, outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. Woo, I'll tell you, it's been warm around here. We've got a little bit of rain over the last week. Not a lot, but we've gotten some. And summer's in full swing. Summer is in full swing. It is officially summertime on the Outer Banks. Kicked in this past Sunday. June the 21st or whatever it was. It happened to be Father's Day. Great Father's Day, by the way. I hope that all you dads out there had a wonderful Father's Day as well. We went down to the beach at Oregon Inlet, a little bit of seagrass in the surf, but water wasn't too terribly, I'd say it was in the mid to upper 70s. Wasn't that bad at all. Once you got in and got used to it, it was fine, that sort of thing. But we all had a good time out at the beach, just hanging out, had a couple sandwiches, drank a couple Pepsi Colas, floated around in the water a little bit. Ended the evening watching the Men's College World Series. My Carolina Tar Heels, they were a bunch of choke artists because, that's just what they were. They won that night, but they ended up losing. They won the battle that evening, but they lost the war to the Oklahoma Sooners. So, hey, at least they made me feel good on Father's Day. So I appreciate that part of it anyway. So, yeah, great weekend. More fun times ahead. Weather is going to be gorgeous. It looks maybe some weather this coming weekend, but it's hard to tell. It's that time of the year. You need one little PSA for everyone. Every day in the summertime on the Outer Banks, there's a 30% chance of rain. Okay? If you haven't figured that out already, it's the humidity mixed with the heat and all that kind of fun stuff can create some thunder boomers or lightning squalls. And it can happen at random times throughout the day. It could be bright, sunshiny like it is right now outside my window. And in an hour, it'd be like, oh, shoot, look at them dark clouds coming this way. You get what I'm saying? So there's that piece. Another thing before we jump into this, and I got a couple things I need to cover today. I drove from the Midway intersection is what it's called, but it's right there at the Manio-Wanchese intersection on Roanoke Island. And I drove from there to Collington intersection, and this was just the other day, and I witnessed what was almost 4 different accidents from people to me, it's one of them was blatantly running a red light. The other ones were just not paying attention. I'm telling you, y'all, I sound like a broken record, and I'm apologizing ahead of time for this, but please pay attention. Watch what you're doing. There's pedestrians, especially on the beach road, on the northern part of the Outer Banks and everything like that, like pedestrian crossings. Watch out for them, especially at the evening hours where the sun's going down. It's so hard to see, but be aware of pedestrians. Follow your traffic signs, put your phone down, and don't be texting and driving or reading Facebook or TikTok videos or whatever it is y'all like to do. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's getting crazy. And I prayed this morning. about this. I'm like, Lord, let these people just get to point A to point B safely without any sort of issues, wrecks, fender benders, any of that. Y'all, come on. We got to do the right thing here. It's getting kind of gnarly out there on the roads, in my opinion. So y'all, please pay attention. Obey all traffic signs. Stuff that we should already be doing, but it just seems, I don't like, I mean, this is going to probably sound really bad, but I don't like to leave Roanoke Island sometimes if I don't have to. Okay. I mean, a lot of my work takes me from Roanoke Island over to Nags Head, Kittle Hills, Kitty Hawk, down Highway 12. You get what I'm saying? But I pray when I'm going, I'm like, Lord, let me just get to where I need to go, or let me just do this the right way. That sort of thing. Because anyway, enough about that. There's crazy drivers everywhere. Don't be one of them. Something else that I need to mention, Captain Marty, the Captain Marty Fishing Guide is out, the brand new one for this year. I said, if you haven't listened to his Other Side of Fishing, his fishing stories, his fishing reports, you can find Captain Marty on all your major podcast platforms. And Captain Marty, in his last Other Side of Fishing segment that we did at the Oregon Inlet Fishing Center, I mentioned that the new fishing guide was out, and you could get an autographed copy. All you have to do is email me, Justin at outerbanksthisweek.com, and send me your name and address and that you would like an autographed copy of the Captain Marty Fishing Guide. And I will personally ensure that Captain Marty signs one personally with a little personal note to you. Okay, now give me Captain Marty at this time. Right now, when I'm recording this, he's in Hatteras at the Marlin Club tournament, getting all the scoring done and everything down there. So you got to give me a little bit of time to get the captain here, to get him signing, get all the autographs, because I've already got a few requests. So if you want an autographed copy of the Captain Marty Fishing Guide, I would like for you to email me, Justin at outerbanksthisweek.com, and I will get you your autographed copy. Speaking of autographed copies, I got a couple of emails. We're going to take a quick break here in a second, but I did get an email and a voicemail. A voicemail from a listener and an email from a listener. One of them's from last week, one of them's from this week. I'm going to address that email and the voicemail after the break. And of course, coming up after the break as well, we've got my boy and yours, Matty P, heading your ways. Quick break. We'll be back with the Outer Banks This Week podcast.
Red Drum Tackle in Buxton is the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras. And being the closest tackle shop to Cape Point, Red Drum Tackle has been welcoming fishermen to Hatteras Island with a wide selection of bait and tackle, skilled custom rod builds, rod and reel repair, expert knowledge and information since 1974. Red Drum Tackle knows how, when, and where to fish. To acquire this fishing brain power, visit them online at reddrumtackle.com. Red Drum Tackle, the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras and the closest to Cape Point in Buxton.
Frisco Woods Campground, a family-owned gem for over 50 years, offers a perfect getaway on Hatteras Island. Whether you prefer tent camping, electric water sites, RV spots, or primitive camping cabins, there's something for everyone. Guests enjoy free hot showers, a refreshing pool, and breathtaking sunsets over the Pamlico Sound. Nestled in nature yet close to local attractions, Frisco Woods Campground provides a peaceful retreat with modern comforts, making it an ideal destination for outdoor enthusiasts and families alike. Book online at the Frisco Woods Campground.com. Frisco Woods Campground, 50 years of memory making on Hatteras Island.
All right, back here with the Outer Banks This Week podcast. And yeah, this is, it's typically when I give a bunch of shout outs. And I do have a couple of shout outs I'm going to give, as you heard me mention a moment ago. And, but if you are interested and you got some questions, you want to know about some things going on in the Outer Banks, let me know. Justin at outerbanksthisweek.com, or give me a call, leave me a message, 252-216-2797. Now, it is also the Captain Marty hotline. So if you hear me come on and be like, thank you for calling the Captain Marty hotline, you've still reached the same place. Because I believe I say the Captain Marty hotline and the Outer Banks This Week podcast hotline. So 252-216-2797. All right. Let's take a look here. I'm going to start with this one email, and then I'm going to jump over to the voicemail. Now, I'm not going to play the voicemail because it's kind of long, and it's got the guy's address in it. And I'm not trying to throw my man's address out there, but here is what I've got as far as an email. So last week, Mr. Allen, he emails, like, longtime listener to the podcast, first time emailer. My wife and I have been coming to the Outer Banks for about 10 years now with our two dogs. We're always looking for dog-friendly things to do. Stores, restaurants, dog parks. We found some great places, but we're always looking for new things to do with our dogs. Wonder if you could highlight some dog-friendly activities. Okay, so I believe I said in last week's podcast that, I have a dog, but I don't get to take her everywhere that I'd like to go. But I do have a girl here in the office. Her name is Mallory, and she is fantastic. She's a soon-to-be mom. She has a four-legged animal. She has a dog, a four-legged friend. Her dog's name is Olive. And she brings Olive to the office every so often. And it just so happened last week, Olive was here at the office with Mallory, and she's one of our content managers. And I said, Mallory, I need your help. And she was like, I can do that so easily. So I want to give a little shout out to Miss Mallory for helping. So she made a list for me. I'm going to run through this list. All right, dog-friendly beaches. So Corolla on a leash, Duck, Southern Shores, they must be on a leash, and Nags Head, Kidable Hills, Kitty Hawk on a 6-foot leash from Memorial Day to Labor Day. And of course, you can take your dogs down to Ocracoke and Hatteras. So not too many limitations on beach going. It's more or less just making sure you abide by the leash laws that the different townships have in place. So good walks. There's Nags Head Woods, Jockey's Ridge Soundside Access, Kitty Hawk Reserve, Historic Corolla Park, Roanoke Island Marshes Conservation Project and Birding Trail, and the Freedom Trail. So these are some different trails that you could take your dogs on. Food spots outside or patio. So you got Mulligan's, Roadside, Duck Deli, Coastal Cantina, Tap Shack, Sweet Teas, Shipwrecks, Suey's. Booty Treats / Surf and Spoon for ice cream. Fish Heads, Poor Richard's, Benny's Tesorios, it's a pizza place. John's Drive-In, Arts Place, Smack Nallies, Deho, and the Tiki Bar. Okay, and that's like Wanchi's Tiki Bar, I believe. There's Sip Shack and Wave Riders for coffee. Breweries, distilleries, wineries. You've got Swelza, 1718 Brewery, Outer Banks Brewery, Lost Colony Waterfront. That's where you can find that guy Dirt. Buffalo City Distillery in Powell's Point and Sanctuary Vineyards in Grandy, up in Harbinger, up in Grandy rather. Dog shops. You got Poodles and Bob, Outer Barks, Holistic Pet Shop. And that's all I have right there. So what I'm going to do also for you, Mr. Allen, is I'm going to copy and paste what Miss Mallory sent me in an email back to you. But I hope that answers your question about dog-friendly places, things, activities that you can do on the Outer Banks. Now, I did get a voicemail from Mr. Eric Preston. Captain Marty, he loves some Captain Marty. He's requested a Captain Marty fishing guide. Mr. Eric, I will get that to you. But Mr. Eric is wondering, he's like, one of his questions, aside from a Captain Marty fishing guide for him and his friend, was he's going to be in Kitty Hawk for 4th of July weekend. He wanted to know if there's a mom and pop ice cream shop in Kitty Hawk that I'd recommend. Now, there is a Big Bucks homemade ice cream up there, but you venture around, you ride around. Booty Treats, they've got some great ice cream. There's also a few great ice cream shops up in the Southern Shores area. I can't think of their names right now. I'm so sorry. But you've got Booty Treats, Surf and Spoon. You've got Big Bucks Homemade Ice Cream. Big Bucks Homemade Ice Cream is fairly close to Captain Frank's and Barefoot Bernie's. If you're familiar with that area, it's like the milepost 4-ish or so area in Kitty Hawk. I would definitely check out. There's a Holy Cow. Holy Cow. That's an ice cream place in Kidable Hills as well. Lots of great places for you to get ice cream in those areas. Okay, so I would consider checking out those like homemade or Big Bucks Homemade Ice Cream, Holy Cow, Surf and Spoon, Booty Treats. And again, there's a couple up there in like the marketplace area where like the Walmart is. There's one up there. I can't think of the name of it to save my life. And then there's also one, it's up there in the Southern Shores Shopping Center, right when you turn on the Duck Road where Coastal Provisions is and stuff like that. I can't think of the name of it. Oh, but you know where I'm talking about, up in that direction. So lots of great places to get ice cream. Really, there are. Heck, we got an ice cream shop in Wanchi's now. It's great. Village Scoops. Love it. They make milkshakes. They do everything. So that's just kind of answer that question for you, Mr. Eric. And I will get you and your friend Blake, your fishing guides in the mail. As soon as I can get Captain Marty here to sign them, I'm going to get them in there for you. So, all right. Hope that answered the questions. Hope that was thorough enough for you all. And again, if you have any more questions, anything you want known, any questions about anything here on the Outer Banks, please email me, justin@outerbanksthisweek.com, or you can give me a call, leave me a voicemail, 252-216-2797. All right, going to take a quick break, but before we do, we got to check in with your boy and mine with OBX After Dark. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Matty P.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Matty P, back with another edition of OBX After Dark. All brought to you by the Jolly Roger, located at milepost 6 3/4 there on the beach road in Kill Devil Hills. Man, go get your pirate crew some breakfast, lunch, or dinner 7 days a week, and check out their menu at jollyrogerobx.com. Let me talk to y'all. Look, man, your boy Matty P had an eventful weekend. Started off nice and chill, and then on Saturday night, you already know your boy had to pop out to one of the favorite local spots in Kill Devil Hills. That's right, your boy Matty P popped out to the Outer Banks Brewing Station in Kill Devil Hills, located right next to Slice Pizzeria. Man, they had a DJ, and look, y'all, we're in full summer effect, baby. You already know what it is. The tourists are here. It's hot, and it's only getting hotter. Man, the BPL at the brewing station, let me tell y'all, look, it was off the charts. That's right, man. The BPL at the brewing station was about a 9.4. Look, I know I've been giving a lot of high scores lately. Don't worry, we're gonna hit a little bit more chill spots along the summer days, but BPL at brewing station on Saturday night was a 9.4. Yeah. And look, man, I'll be back next week with another edition of OBX After Dark, and you already know what it is. I'm all gas, no bricks with it. Yeah, I mean, 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet.
Are you ready for a fishing thrill like no other?
Oh, there he is! There he is! Oh, got him on!
As seen on WikiTune at Outer Banks, the Carolina Girl, captained by majestic Jesse Anderson, is a custom, luxurious 53-foot Jarrett Bay built boat running out of Hatteras Harbor Marina. Let Jesse and her crew give you a fishing experience of a lifetime. To book a trip, go online to CarolinaGirlSportFishing.com. Carolina Girl Sport Fishing, your offshore adventure awaits.
Discover a timeless escape with Joe Lamb Jr. and Associates. Family owned for 3 generations and proudly serving the Outer Banks since 1968, we offer over 500 vacation homes, oceanfront, pet-friendly, and family-sized options available. Whether you're booking a getaway or buying your dream home, our trusted local team delivers personalized service and unmatched OBX expertise. Thousands of families have made memories with us. Let us help you make yours. Visit JoeLambJr.com, a timeless escape since 1968.
Holy smokes. You know what? I didn't even take into consideration the fact that coming up in like a week and a half, it's the 4th of July. Y'all, this summer already feels like the 4th of July is like the halfway point of the summer, even though it realistically isn't. Like, it doesn't feel like it should be the 4th of July yet. I mean, I feel like Christmas was just a few days ago, you know, like. But here we are knocking on the door of the 4th of July. It's in a weekish or so, depending on when you hear this podcast or when you listen. We're knocking on the door of 4th of July. But let's take a look and see what's going on over the next few weeks. All right, let's start with this coming Friday, June 26th. Oh, gosh. Cafe Pamlico is really stepping up their game. They've got some different activities going on. They got a sound journey by the shore. So there's an activity going on starting at 9 a.m. at Cafe Pamlico in Buxton. Wait a minute. A sound journey by the shore. That is, a listening experience. Ooh, this sounds interesting. Yeah, starting at 9 a.m. There's more details right here on our website, outerbanksthisweek.com. Click on the events tab. That's where you're going to find a lot of the events that I'm talking about. Let's see what else we got crack-a-lackin' coming up here in the near future. Also, Kim Coleman will be down at the Froggy Dog from 5:30 to 8:30 on Friday, June 26th. It is also Bring Your Own Vinyl Night at Stormy C's Bottle Shop in Kill Devil Hills. Karaoke at BCD Distillery or Buffalo City Distillery in Point Harbor from 6 until 9. Some guy named Joel's going to be rocking out at the Jolly Roger in Kill Devil Hills. And Micah Iverson at Fish Heads. The Ramble is going to be at Jack Brown's. Let's see here. DJ Blacking is going to be at Sundogs Raw Bar and Grill. And let's see. It's dance night with DJ Bruce at the Outer Banks Brewing Station. Something I want to make sure I highlight. There's one activity that I'm really partial to, and it's at Bonzer Shack, and that's coming up this Saturday. It's Retro Night with DJ Matty D. So Matt, not to be confused with Matty P. This is DJ Matty D. So with all that being said, this is going to be a 90s night. It's going to start. Everything's going to kick off at 9:30. It's 21 and up. Flashback to the 90s. All the tunes you know and love from the 90s, old school hip hop, top 40, 90s country, alt rock, and more. So I'll actually be there that night. You want to come hang out with me at Bonzer Shack for 90s night? I actually have to work at Bonzer Shack that night. Yeah, it's another job I have, I know. So you want to come hang out and geek out to some 90s hip hop, rock, country, whatever? DJ Matty D will be there to facilitate. So come hang out with me at the Bonzer Shack on Saturday, this coming Saturday, June 27th, starting at 9:30. Also, I mean, you got trivia with Jody on Saturday night. Some guy named Joel, he's going to be again on at Jolly Roger starting at 6. No, that's not right. Trivia is at 6. I apologize. Jesse Taylor's going to be at Oceana's Bistro if you're down on Hatteras Island. There's also lots of things like Randy Burton is going to be at Fish Heads from 7 until 10. Let's see, there's going to be karaoke at Uncle Ike's. Lots of things going on, y'all. Lots of stuff. Acoustic Sunday with Dockside. Was it the Dockside Duo? Yes, the Dockside Duo. They're going to be playing from 2 to 5 on Sunday afternoon at BCD Distillery. We've got Phil Watson at Fish Heads. It's going to be International Night at Jolly Roger. There's also the pool tournament happening on Sunday. Sunday brunch with live music at Cafe Pamlico. Ooh. See, that's the beautiful thing about this time of the year. I mean, there's events all year long, but like this time of the year, it's like there's no shortage of things to do on the Outer Banks. Looking into Monday into next week, they're going to have a Dare 250 party at the Town of Duck Commons. Looks like at the Town Commons, there's going to be a Dare 250 party for like the A250 celebration because we are moving into 4th of July week next week. Morgan Hudson will be at Whalehead Brewery. Micah Iverson will be at the Froggy Dog. And RT Johnson, what? He's going to be jamming out at Fish Heads on Monday, June 29th from 8 until 11 o'clock. Interesting. That's really interesting. Monday, June 29th, 8 to 11, RT Johnson at Fish Heads Bar and Grill. Karaoke, though, going on at Sundogs in Kerala as well. Oh, gosh, so many different things going on, from karaoke nights to live music to all the different bands. Let's see. Julia, the band, is going to be at Fish Heads on Tuesday evening from 8 to 11. Karaoke with Chauncey at Jolly Roger. What else? Sourdough making class. You want to make some sourdough bread? They're going to teach you how to do it at Buffalo City Distillery or BCD Distillery in Point Harbor. Let's see. Just look at Wednesday. Wednesday nights, you can always do. Wednesday, July 1st especially, you can do trivia night with me at McGrath's Burger Shack starting at 6 o'clock. You know, that's guaranteed to be a good time. You'll have fun with that for sure if you come hang out with me. But the trivia nights, the live music, the activities, they're endless. Again, I encourage you to go online, OuterBanksThisWeek.com, click on the events tab on the side of the page or at the top of the page, wherever, and you can see them in their entirety because there are a ton of them. I mean, Jeremy and the Generations, other than if you don't feel like hanging out with me, you can hang out with Jeremy at Fish Heads on Wednesday evening. Or there's a comedy show that starts at the Village Beach Club. They're doing a lot of cool stuff over there. That would be an interesting podcast. Maybe I'll see about talking to them about doing a podcast. We'll see. Anyway, OuterBanksThisWeek.com, click on the events tab, and you can see everything in its entirety right there. All right, that's really going to do it for this week's episode of the Outer Banks This Week podcast, all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio and online at kellysobxauto.com. And of course, it's all powered by Outer Banks Pest Control and online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. All right, wrapping this thing up, heading out of here. Again, have a great weekend. Have a great week. I really want to, again, kind of go back to what I was saying earlier on my soapbox about just driving carefully and responsibly, y'all. I'm telling you, I thought, just give you an example. Yesterday was the day I'm recording this, but I'm recording this the day before it comes out. So yesterday being Tuesday, I almost witnessed somebody T-bone a truck pulling a boat. Somebody T-boning somebody at the Collington intersection just because they decided they were going to run a red light. Like, I was like, you got to be kidding me right now. Like, I just tensed up. Even though I was not even going to be in the accident if it did happen, I tensed up because I was like, ugh. See, y'all, I'm serious. You got to be careful out there. Everybody wants to have a good time. Everybody's trying to enjoy themselves. Let's just do it safely if we're driving or we're walking. You know, this goes to pedestrians too. Pay attention to where you're walking and what you're doing. Don't just walk out in front of a car and expect that it's going to stop. Because I can tell you all too often on that beach road, especially between like Kitty Hawk and South Nags Head, people will just step out in front of a car because they think it's going to stop, and that car probably ain't even looking at them. And then next thing you know, bam, somebody's ran over. It's happened. I say that, y'all think I'm crazy, but it happened. So, all right, stepping back off the soapbox. Y'all have yourself a great, wonderful rest of your week. I'll be back next week to talk about 4th of July, more things 4th of July. Good Lord willing. And the creek don't rise. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.
This has been another epic edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Follow us on social media and be sure to listen every Thursday for a new episode.